How was that?
That was funny.
We just literally were taking pictures up to the second we came on. How's it going, Ronaldo? Hey?
Going all right. How's
Rocket
everybody?
FIBO, day 4. This seems like day 1. We could do another 4 in a row, couldn't we? No? Am I crazy?
Should I answer that?
Yeah, no, my feet are killing me. But it's been great. We're live and we're going out around the world. All you guys watching at home and everyone too. Like, you know, we're going live, but not everybody can watch because they're in bed on the other side of the world.
What are we, 6 hours back?
Oh,
you're like
I'm
9 hours
like 9
back.
hours back, yeah. So, you know, no one I know can watch live. They're watching when they get up.
You mean
or
they're
when
not
they
going
get
to
home
stay
from work.
up for you? They're not going to stay up for you, Ron?
They don't know. I'm not special about over there.
No.
So we got a Q&A for Ronaldo. Hey?
Let's go.
It's been a long weekend. You've been getting a lot of people coming up asking questions, taking pictures, and
Whole lot of that.
What's been the busiest day for you?
I think yesterday was.
Yeah.
Yesterday was. Today's busy too. I mean, the day just started, so it's hard to say yet. But yesterday was. Today's a little different crowd though. Today's it's a little younger. They seem like the people just starting to work out.
Yeah, it's a little bit younger, and also too, I noticed there's been a bit of a trend with what countries people are from.
Oh yeah.
Like the first 2 days, since it was only the business people, they're
from all over the place.
Yeah, they were from all over, but the VIP fans were all like usually just from Germany.
Right.
And then on Saturday we saw like all the other countries show up. And not today, I don't know why, but I've been getting like Netherlands and Belgium just over and over and over and over. So, you know, you never know. It's kind of like the Arnold too, where people from certain states show up on Saturday and Sunday, you know?
Yeah.
So it's been really interesting, man. It's been quite an experience. My first FIBO, and you know, I can't wait to come back. I mean, it's like the Olympia and the Arnold. Once you start going, that's it. You got to go every time.
I like coming here though, because it's just such a change in culture.
Yeah.
You know, you just going around the city, you're seeing the culture literally on the walls.
Yeah.
You know, so I really like it here.
Yeah, I know. I say I love to travel, but going to Vegas, you don't really get cultured. Going to Columbus, you don't really get cultured, you know? It's just, you're just in another city that's just the same as the one you're from.
Like everyone here is foreign to us, you know?
Yeah, it's been great. So, questions for Ronaldo. This is written in not my handwriting, so I'll try to get everything right. Dig Silva. He's asked, we got a mutant question right off the bat. Pump or mayhem? Pump.
Absolutely.
That's my favorite too.
I personally, I'm not a big stimulant guy, right? I find if I take a lot of stimulants, I get in the gym, my heart rate is way too fast. I get way more pumped up with my own drive. I don't want to add to it. It's just over.
Another thing for you too, Ronaldo, is you train at like 11 o'clock at night.
You know what? I do train in the morning sometimes now. It's either the morning or night. I can't really go in between. But yeah, training at night, before I thought I needed it. But really, as soon as I'm in the gym and I start moving, I'm awake. I don't need that extra kick to get me going. And then you can't sleep. Then you can't get up the next morning.
Right.
You know?
I actually use both.
Yeah.
But I train after meal too usually, so you know I got lots of time to wind down afterwards. I don't have a problem. And I like a bit of stimulant.
Yeah.
I just, you know, back when I was young, I'd always have a cup of coffee or something, so I like that. But yeah, pump, my favorite for sure. You too. Mm-hmm. Johnny Panda O'Donnell. Here's a good one. What's the most legendary cheat meal you've ever had and why?
The most legendary cheat meal.
Was it like post-contest when you had that endless appetite, or was it during a diet when you had to fill out, or... You know, I mean, off-season, we usually don't kill the massive cheat meals because the appetite shuts it down, you know?
No. This would have been after, definitely in my first year competing. Last show of the year, it ended pretty bad. I mean, I kind of want to say it was from like the night to the morning, right? Where it was in a Boston Pizza. And before we had gotten into Boston Pizza, I called my friend back to the car. I'm like, hey, man, you got to come back here. You got to check this out. He's like, what's up? Because 2 weeks prior, him and I were in a grocery store, and we were in the cookies aisle, and I've never seen so many Oreos. I thought they just had plain double stuff. There's plain double stuff, caramel, mint, chocolate, peanut butter, double chocolate, covered Oreos covered with extra chocolate. I'm like, what is all this? So I said, you got to get me out of this place right now. So we're about to go to Boston Pizza. I open the trunk. I'm like, look, I got all those Oreos. See, me and him start going down on these Oreos. Then we go in, start eating Boston Pizza. Everyone hadn't finished their stuff yet. They're all stuck. Like, I can't eat anymore. I'm looking. You still got pizza on your plate. You got wings. What's up with the garlic bread? Mine.
Yeah.
So I had all that. And then the next morning, you know, you do the breakfast. And then again, everyone didn't finish their toast or their home fries. So I'm like, you guys, what's wrong with you? You got that endless appetite. You go.
It's amazing when you're in that state of super compensation, like eat. Where it's a hormonal thing. You can eat endlessly.
But the sad part was after that breakfast, I literally had ate too much. There was no room for the food to move. It's like when you put too much food in your mouth and you can't chew.
You're in pain.
So the next 4 days, I couldn't eat more than like a bite or two. And I still wanted to eat, and I'd eat, and I'm like, take a bite, and I'm like, I can't swallow it.
Man.
You know? Yeah, that's a bad ending, you know.
That's a cheat.
I had to sleep literally on my side with a pillow under my stomach because it was so distended. It was bad.
I've actually heard of a few guys going to the emergency room because they weren't sure what was wrong with them from what they'd done. Because they were okay. They just kind of had a little panic, like, is it supposed to hurt that much? You know? Yeah. Okay. Here's one from Martin, Natty Pump, who has been hanging out helping us, our Twitter ambassador. He just wants to know, do you have a next competition lined up? I know you got the year off to grow. Do you have a show in your head?
I don't have a show, anything specific. I mean, some shows go on, some shows get canceled year by year. So at the beginning of the year, we basically got a list. These are the shows of the year. When that time comes, I'll know.
Okay. Now, Lemuel John, he noticed that you work out with your glasses on.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people, I know some people that just don't do that. They put their contacts in for the gym, and then I know some people take their contacts out for the gym and use their glasses.
Right.
You know, why do you prefer?
I used to wear contacts. I wore contacts for about a good year, 2 years straight, never wore my glasses. I got so tired of them. I just really got tired of, especially if I'm training late at night, coming home, you're trying to, you know, get your food ready, get ready for work the next day. You just want to take them off and go to bed. I hated dealing with the contacts. So the glasses are on all day. I pretty much forget I have them. I'm just so used to them. So when I'm training, the glasses are on.
No problems. Favorite workout music? This question is from Tony Hapalainen. Hope I got that right. Hapalainen? Tony Hapalainen.
I pretty much have a mix. I just put my iPod on random and just play. So it's a mixture. There's hip hop. Most of the hip hop is, you know, stuff from the 90s, mid 90s.
That's the only hip hop I can listen to.
Like that old school stuff. Yeah. There's some drum and bass in there. There's a little bit of house if it's like a really good song. But it's pretty much hip hop, drum and bass. There's some rock in there, just a little bit. But that's pretty much it.
Now, I had a question from a fan, and I don't remember the name. I did it yesterday with Johnny.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a good question because a lot of people are big, you know, UFC fans. We've got a whole hall here dedicated to martial arts.
Yeah.
And it was a great question. And it was, you know, if you were to not bodybuild and practice a martial art instead, which one would you choose and why?
Martial arts. Oh, man. Like, easy. I mean, if you really... I'll explain this later. But when I was a kid, I watched Kung Fu movies.
Right.
You know, those English dubbed Kung Fu movies.
You're talking to me?
Exactly. That's
Keep talking.
I love that stuff. And the thing I liked about it was just the way the movements looked.
Yeah.
You know, it just looked so cool it was almost like they were tricking you where their hands were going. I know Muay Thai is the thing now. Everyone watches MMA, and that's probably the most destructive thing. But that's not what I really liked about it. It'd be Kung Fu. And if you really pay attention to my posing, and a couple other guys who I won't name names, you watch some of those movements and you watch some of those old Kung Fu moves, you'll see where a lot of it comes from.
Yeah.
Right?
Especially like all the sweeping kneeling shots and the twisting stuff that you do. You know, we got some great guest posing footage of you.
Yeah, like right there.
And now when was
I
this?
didn't know you guys had this.
Yeah, when was that?
This was a guest posing At last year, it was Coburg Naturals. So obviously 2013, I believe it was April.
How much did you weigh in those picks? Like 240?
About 247, I think exactly.
Nice and full.
Yeah.
Really in good shape for guest posing.
Yeah. I was dieting for the Toronto show at this point. Like
awesome.
I pretty much had just started.
No, you're a great poser, man. That's one of the things you bring to the stage, part of your package.
Yeah, I like that little turn I did at the beginning.
Yeah.
But like if you saw the moves, it was kind of like a strikeout.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a lot of, you know, so it's the circular motions that you get with like Kung Fu. They do a lot of circle, strike.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't do Kung Fu, but, you know, as a little kid, I was watching these movies and I was like imitating it best I could. You know,
I grew up watching Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee too, obviously, you know.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, man. So, day 4, any thoughts on, you know, I mean, the day's going to wrap soon, you know, what do you think?
You know what? I love, like I said, it's really nice to see the culture here. And something that really amazes me about being here is just the language. You got so many different cultures, different places, and you think you're going to be like, oh no, it's Germany, I don't speak German. Everyone's speaking English. Right? But they're speaking English, they're speaking Dutch, they're speaking Russian. Like, you know, you talk to someone, how many languages do you speak? 4? Or how much do I know? 1? I barely know French.
I don't even know French. You know, like, I'm from Western Canada.
We're supposed to know French, man.
Yeah, I know. I feel, you know, we feel like you know, we're pretty aware of what's going on in the world. I read, you know, I watch the news. I think that, you know, I like to consider myself informed and intelligent.
Yeah.
But then you meet 10,000 people and all of them speak 3 languages at least, and they can't believe you only know 1. And you feel like, shit, I got to learn.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm going to travel the world, I got to know some more languages, you know?
Yeah.
You just got to, you know, it's definitely gives you a new perspective on things. And the countries are so small and so tight. You know, you could drive for an hour and you're in
then you're in another country.
And there's a completely different language.
Tomorrow. You know, it's just like a 2-hour train ride. You know, bam, new country. And then
new country, new language.
Then I'll be going to Ukraine. We all know about that.
Yeah. Well, hey, if you run into any crazy hardcore gyms when you're in Netherlands or Ukraine, put them on the Mutant on a Mission list for me.
All right.
So I can hit them up.
For sure.
Okay. Big Ronaldo, IFBB Pro, the original Mutant.
Wow.
Hey, we got to train together. I love training with you, man. It's one of the highlights of being on the team. So, day 4 at FIBO. Only got a little bit left. Hey,
yeah, man.
We're wrapping it up.
Ride it out. We're gonna have some fun, take more pictures.
Yeah.
You know, give the fans what they want. Till we're
I got it in cruise control now. Gonna go talk to some fans, and we're good for the day. Thanks, guys. We'll see you again soon.